Hi everyone, it's me, your girl, the Kinky Witch, and today we're going to come through with a galactic message from our galactic guides, our galactic ancestors, and our galactic entourage is what they're saying. Divine Mother, Father, God, I ask that you clear the space and allow me to connect directly to those whose messages must be heard today. I ask that you allow me to see and say all that I must say and see. What is the galactic message, Divine? What is the galactic messages that you have for us today? So we're going to be pulling from three. See that? Okay. We're going to be pulling from 3 decks today. We're going to be pulling from the Mystic Martian Oracles, the Palladian Oracle, and the Star Temple Oracle. And then we're going to clarify everything with Tarot. And then see what else Spirit has for us. Sorry guys, that was a sneeze. It wanted to come out, so I had to let it out. You know what I mean? You can't really stop a sneeze from sneezing. So, let's start with the Mystic Martian Oracle. Alright, Divine. Let's give us 3 cards most from this deck. What is your divine message for us? Star ones, star ancestors, star family, star cousins. What is your message from us? For us. You're like, what is the message from us? What is your message for us? Allow me to see and say all that I must. What do you want from us, Divine Ones? One more. Okay, everyone. Sorry for that quick pause. Family matters arise. We have a couple cards that popped out, so let's go over it. Let's get into the message and let's see what they have to say for us, to say to us. Okay, just reconnect with the message, reconnect with the energy here. Okay, the first card that came out was number 38, Third Eye. Visions, manifesting, meditation. So, visions, manifesting, meditation. And so the very first time I saw this card, right, I noticed that the forehead was in the shape of a heart. And the placement of the third eye, how it very much looks Indian in cultural reference. I want to make sure I say that right. With the bindi under it. You can see the bindi better. Oh, there we go. With the bindi under it. So, and then you see the circles, right? So, the message I'm getting here is sit in silence. Go deep. Meditate. Awaken your third eye. Because like even if you look closer at the third eye, do you see they're giving me the Fibonacci circle, right, where it starts off small and gradually goes big into the shape of like a conch shell. But then it's also giving me hypnosis, right, hypnotizing someone. So I'm getting two messages that just showed up, like be careful who you're trusting your spiritual growth with, because some people are using hypnosis. It's like a hypnotic thrall that is being cast over people. So be careful. That's the first message I'm getting. But also develop your third eye. Develop your telepathic capabilities. Develop your ability to speak and connect with people, animals, and elements using your third eye. It is a powerful tool, is the message I'm getting, because this for me doesn't necessarily look like a being who is doing this to control or for control, but what it's giving me is that it can be. Your third eye, once mastered, can give you that ability to control others. That's not what we're here for, right? Because free will is given, but your third eye also has the capability of helping you manifest what you want by seeing it, envisioning it, and putting out that telepathic energy that calls it into you, right? I'm also getting you can throw people in for a thrall, like you can enthrall people. So this, whomever is receiving this message, you are a very powerful person, and you need to be careful with the gift that you have, because above all else, do no harm. That is what I'm getting, right? Above all else, do no harm. So they want us to really start working on our vision, the vision of ourselves, the vision of the future, and manifesting it into being, and meditating, right? Meditation is going to be key to developing this psychic sense that the third eye is giving us, the ability to psychically connect, to speak, to enthrall those around us, because that it's what it's saying, right? So let's move this over. The next card we received was number 15, the Nephilim. Controversial, assessing new perspectives. And I get that, right? Especially coming after a third eye, right? It can be controversial to be controlled by someone, or to want to control someone, right? I also get, just by looking at how the eyes are positioned, that you're assessing things around you, and while your eyes are assessing things around you, your third eye, your spiritual eye, is connecting with the energies of the things around you, and you are developing new perspectives on how to go about doing things, right? Now, there's a strength connected with this combined energy, because the Nephilims, right, mythologically, right, they're the sons of angels and man. They're giants. They have just unimaginable strength, right? And there isn't necessarily a sense of evil, right, or bad with these two cards. There isn't that sense, but we still need to be careful, because to whom great power is given, much is asked, is what I'm getting with this this message, right? Like, you're gonna have strength the strength of foresight, the strength of gosh, what are you saying? It's like the strength of sight, the strength of hypnosis is still there. Like someone or a group, right? Because I'm getting a group, like having the ability, guys, to sit there and say you want something and just in real time see someone get up and get it and bring it to you. That's what I'm getting. The power of the mind, mastering the power of the mind, and understanding that once you master the power of the mind, the power of the eye, the power of the all-seeing eye is now mastered and developed, which is giving you this superhuman, even unhuman strength. To whom much is given, much is required. Do not abuse this gift. Do not abuse this gift. That's the guidance they're giving. Do not abuse this gift. The next card we have is Blue Avians, Philosophy of Releasing Karma and Mysticism. And so and then the energies, right, start to change, because I feel like at first you're being given a gift that to some people it could be like, no one should be able to do that. But with the Blue Avians coming out and saying, but use this gift for good, right? Become philosophical in your thinking and your thoughts, right? How you'll have the ability to break karma, not just for yourself, your lineage, but just karma in general for untold amounts of people. This is a healer. This is someone who can assess people and say, this is what afflicts you, right? This is someone whose words will be so impactful that you'll be able to draw to you the people that find you so beguiling, right? And that's where this comes in. It's the power of the voice, the power of the mind, and the power of the all-seeing eye. And that is a strength, right, that allows you to assess, what do I do? Who do I touch? What is this gift? What should it be used for? And the message, right, that the United Galactic Forces, that's what they came to me as in a dream once and called themselves, the United Galactic Forces. What they're saying to you is to use this power and to help awaken people. So even though you can enthrall people, you can also use this to wake people up. This is someone who is now going to be able to step into being a mystic, being a guru, being a spiritual leader, amassing a following, and understanding that these people's spiritual growth it's in your hands. And like I said, to whom much is given, much will be asked. The next one we have is the Pleiadians, right? Unconditional love, excitement, and laughter. And I do believe that you will bring this into your life, right? With this mastering this unique and innate ability and calling your, as they say, calling your tribe to you, right? You're eliciting this unconditional love upon the world, right? You're awakening the world to what can be, right? This beautiful, not saying it's a perfect world, not saying it's a utopia, but it's a utopia in our mind, or a utopia in our everyday experience, right? Even though we know, yes, we have wars, yes, there are things that happen on a human 3D level, but yet still we find joy and happiness within the world and within ourselves. And even working to dispel this dystopian energy that has been thrown upon the world. Like, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, way too many horror films are being released. That is an energy that people are tapping into and unleashing onto the world. That is an energy. Just like literally, and this is something that energetically I see and I sense, a lot of these video games that just calls upon sheer violence, it's the energy of violence that is being brought into the world over and over and over and over again. And the ease in which people are starting to believe that a gun can solve their problems. Now, I'm not blaming video game creators or video games. I am saying it is the energy, right? Everything has a vibration. And that vibrational energy of violence, whether it's in movies, it's in games, that vibrational energy of vibrance is resonating right in the 3D sphere and needs to go somewhere. So this is the ability to change that. This is the ability, for good or bad, right? Is to change that, to have the ability to resonate, right? Like you can see the sound waves coming off of the third eye. And like when we looked closer, you can see that hypnotic eye. It's the ability to resonate energy and spread it, the strength to spread it, the charisma to spread it, so that we can bring into this world, we can call into this world unconditional love, excitement, laughter, happiness, fulfillment. So we can change the vibration. And this is what I'm ultimately getting. We will have the ability to change the vibration. Now, not many people will have this gift. So this message are for those humans that have this telepathic capability, that is developing this telepathic capability. You have the ability to change the vibrational relationships of other humans, not just with themselves and with others, but with the world, with the earth, with the plants, with the animals. Giving and creating a vibrational space of peace. So the last card we have from the Mystic Martians is water, reflection, kindness, compassion. Yes, this is what we're being asked. Let me move these over. Just shift everything a little bit. This is what we're being asked to bring into the world. Reflection, kindness, and compassion. We're being asked to bring this into the world. So star seeds. Calling yourself a star seed is not enough. You must become a star seed. You must become a star seed. And that is to fulfill your duty here on earth. You look a little crooked. Let's see if we can. There we I'm trying to... I was like, hopefully I didn't just mess this up. But you know, it's I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I'm a star seed, I'm a star seed, I'm a star seed, and the message I'm getting is, yeah, so do the work. Right? You want to be a star seed? Do the work. Change your vibration. Right? Change your vibration. Change the vibration of the collective. You have that ability. You have that power. Because what is needed is you will be given the strength, the charisma, and the ability to bring in new and transformational spiritual enlightenment and growth to the masses. You have the ability to call in this kindness, compassion, love, excitement, laughter, to change the vibration of the space, of the 3D, to elevate humans to a higher density. All right. What else? What else? What else? What else is your guidance, your auricular guidance? I'm tapping into the energies of the Pleiadians now, right? I'm tapping into the Pleiadian energy. And the Pleiadian energy is going to talk about the soul growth and the self. The soul growth and the self. What do we need to do in order to bring in this change? I call upon my Pleiadian ancestors, my Pleiadian guides. What is your message right now for us? What is your soul message for us? Woo, excuse me. Yep, I figured. One more, please. One more, please. All right. So. So, imagination. Okay? It is going to take your imaginative abilities, right? Your ability to create your world into being, right? Create a vision for yourself, meditate on it, and manifest it, right? Everything starts in the mind. Everything starts as an imagination. Everything starts as, okay, oh, I would love for this to be this way. So the Pleiadians are saying, tap into your third eye and create your imagination. Create the world of your imagination. Imagine your world into being. See it, right? See it in the mind's eye. Conceive it. Meditate on it. Ruminate on it. Manifest on it. Sit with self and project this image of peace and love into the world. That's what this message is here. Project this image of peace and love into the world. Okay, if you can see it, you can create it, you can invoke it. All right. The next we have mother-father healing. We are not our parents. We are not our parents' generation. We are not beholden to our parents. And we do not have to live and believe in the same things that our parents do. Right? So the Nephilim is saying, right, assess your situation. Look from a new perspective. Shift your perspective. All right? We're no longer over here with our parents. We're no longer over here with our parents. We're sitting here with ourselves and we're assessing the things that our parents did, for good or for bad. Whatever their actions were, molded and created the people we are today. Yes, your new belief may stir controversy in your family, but guess what? Okay, that is your job. Your job is to come here and break it up. There's a lot of family history, a lot of family practices that need to be dispelled with. You're not your mother, you're not your father. The Galactic Federation, they're not expecting you to live the life that your parents want you to live. In order for you to create the world you want, you have to see outside the box, step outside the box, go on your head, hang from the tree like the hangman, hang from the tree like Odin, and see the world from a new perspective, from a new vantage point. Because only then can we truly step into our strength and step into our powers and step into being master manifestors, because we're not being hampered down by someone else's past, someone else's prior decisions, someone else's conflicts. We are our own unique individuals, and in order for us to grow and thrive, we need to start acting like it. So forgive your parents and move on. I never said forget, because in forgetting the past, that is how we are doomed to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. But forgive. Forgiveness is the greatest gift you can give yourself, because it releases you from trauma bonds that are not your own. All right? And so we have,
it's time for bed.
Be of service. Sorry about that, guys. My AI is telling me to go to sleep. Be of service, right? The Blue Avian, right, talks about philosophical thinking, releasing karma, and mysticism. Be of service. Use your gifts to be of service to those who need it. Be of service to help people release themselves of karma. Be of service, right, to give people new philosophical point of views and references, new spiritual point of views and references. Be of service to allow the collective to have a space where they can truly be themselves and come into themselves and develop their own utopia. You know what I was shown? I was shown that we each have our garden, or we each have our paradise once we return from this life on the 3D, from this life on earth. We go home to the Great Spirit, and we each have our garden, and each garden is individually tailored to our own utopian happiness. It is uniquely tailored to what we consider to be peace. And when I looked at my garden, it literally would be my dream right now to have a garden where I have just beautiful blooming flowers around me, healing plants, not just pretty fancy plants, but healing plants that bloom like flowers. And I'd be able to just live in nature. Like, my greatest dream is to have an outdoor soaking tub in the middle of a garden. And I realized that for me is peace. That for me is creating my perfect reality. And I know there's no such thing as a perfect reality, but we strive and we aim for doing the best we can. And I know it's possible. So when I'm manifesting my future self, my future destiny, one of the things I'm always seeing is me outside my beautiful home, in my garden, facing nature, sitting in a nice warm bath, looking up at a starry sky. That is peace within me. That brings peace within me. So be of service to others. The dolphins are always of service to others. That's why we use dolphins as a totem, right? It's known that dolphins will come to the aid of humans and animals alike to help protect them from predators. So it's time for you to step into that aspect of yourself. All right? Now, the next card we have is Alcyon. And I'm going to read from the book Alcyon because I want to make sure I get this right. So, the brightest stars in our Pleiades constellation all attune to the heart that is Alcyon. This grand central sun of our galaxy is actually made of multiple stars, whose rays of light all directly pass through her gateway towards Earth. As a relative to Master Ra of our solar system, Alcyon is too a cosmic emitter and universal living library of great creation templates. When one attunes to any central sun, or in this case the great light of Alcyon, they gain an innate ability to receive creation templates, which weaves one's conscious field into the same intelligence as source. A creation template is a packet of information that provides blueprints on the constructs of reality. So this is saying that this is downloads. And I feel like we will all be receiving these galactic downloads. I know I have been receiving them these last couple of days that I've been laying out in the sun and just, connecting to Ra, connecting to Amun Ra, and feeling the loving warmth of Amun Ra cover me, fill me up to overflow, fill me up, right? So it says the card of Alcyon arrives when a time of ripe possibility and co-creation is upon you. All paths you walk upon soon turn to gold with our crystal clear intentions that alchemize any lower distractions. This card signals that the universe is saying go and giving you a green light to accomplish all your dreams and visions. Now is the time where one's life choices can empower their life dramatically. Pay attention to any fears that attempt to sway you in other directions, and know that you reside in an attraction-based universe where your motives are duplicated in energy received. Therefore, seek what brings you the greatest joy and fulfillment, knowing that it too will be the byproduct of your entire endeavor. Open to the light of glorious Alcyon and merge with your crystal clear vision. You are this source. You are this light. The creation template seeks you. Right? So it's saying go for it, right? Abundance is yours. Prosperity is yours, right? You have the choice to follow your bliss, to follow your new path, to pave it, right? To open yourselves up to new opportunities and to travel, right? To go forth and do. I've been saying that a lot on my TikTok videos because that's the energy that they keep giving me. Go forth and do, right? Be of service. Go forth and do if that's what you want to do, right? You want to create a family that you wanted as a child so you can do better and leave a better imprint. Go forth and do, right? But everything here is saying that the power of the mind, the power of mastering the mind, the power of meditation, being able to grab any negative thought that comes into your mind and set it on flame and release it to the ether so that it no longer has sway over you is going to be key. Alcyon is also saying meditate on what you want. The law of attraction is at play here. And this to me is law of attraction energy. Law of attraction energy, right? That to which is drawn is true. I think I'm saying that right. All right, help me say it, please. That to which is likened to itself is drawn. That to which is likened to itself is drawn. So what you're putting out there, what you're calling in, that's what's going to come into you. So let's call in peace. Let's call in happiness. Let's say, you know, these people who are out here creating wars and you know, impoverishing society and corporate greed and just being disgusting human beings. Let's set that on flames and send it to the ether and call in this new reality where we can all live with unconditional love, excitement, and laughter, and know that the things that we want for ourselves we can achieve without fear, right? And reflect on what we need to call in kindness and compassion for ourselves and others, right? We are in a time of great manifestation capabilities. Now, this card that came out, Maya is a star that I am deeply connected to. Every time I see this star, I hear ancestor whisper to me. So the star known as Maya in our Pleiades constellation is one of the most ancient establishments where the foundation of our Pleiadian culture began. Specifically, in a world we refer to as Meso 7. Meso 7 is a planet that is predominantly water, such as your Earth, but also holds islands where many of the original Pleiadian founders begin their upbringing. Similar to you Earthlings, we are placed on this planet to find our way amongst the natural backdrop. Our originals were fortunate enough to begin to hear the stories that were broadcasted through the observation of the stars and were guided to receive their inner blueprint, which allowed for them to receive the higher intelligence that soon shaped our civilization's foundation. The beings of this planet are beautiful in feature with aqua blue, turquoise eyes, and a radiant, youthful bronze skin. They have blondish hair with red, blue streaks and are very pure in nature. This pureness in their souls, and isn't it crazy, right, that Maya comes out on top of the water element, right? Because water is such a transmuting element, right? There are tests right now out there where they say to talk to your water, to communicate to your water, to tell your water that you love it, because once you're talking to your water, that energy is going to be revibrating throughout you as you're ingesting the water, right? Like water molecules react to thought, it reacts to words, it reacts to emotions, right? Why do you think when we're happy and we laugh, we cry? When we're sad and we cry tears? Because water is a way of is one of the ways in how we express ourselves. So I love the fact that Maya came out on the water element just to show you that, yes, this message that you are receiving is coming directly from our star ancestors, and they want you all to now realize that we are in a time of manifestation. Now is the time to call in everything that you want. I know the Lionsgate portal is coming up in August, so now is that time to sit and meditate, call in what you want, create your God box, write your write in your meditative journals, write in your manifestation journals, work on your projects that you've been guided to develop, work on yourself, give to self, and in giving to self, you will fill your own cup up. And once your cup is filled and you keep pouring in, and the universe keeps pouring in, and the divine mother, father, God keeps pouring in, then your overflow cometh. And it is from your overflow that you can be of service to others. It is from your overflow that you'll be able to help change the course of this planet. It is from your overflow that you will be able to guide people philosophically. It is from your overflow that you create abundance and prosperity for yourself and others. So it says the pureness in their souls led to all their advancements and growth. And this card comes as a reminder to enter into a field of purification like her originals. Before we dive into methods, one may ask, what is purification and how do you define that on the Pleiadians? From our perspective, purification is to align with your innocent nature that you possessed when you first entered your plane. Born with an open heart, curiosity, a vast mind that was open to learn, experience, and feel. This divine innocence carried you into deeper states of learning and shaped the foundation for who you are today. In the same perspective, we experience purification as a return to one's innocence and divine nature, with us gently reminding that a return to innocence facilitates for this deeper richness to enter into your life. When one is pure, they tap naturally into their divine celestial codes that have been embedded in you since you were born. Of course, these are never lost, but as soon get buried in amnesia from the day-to-day experiences of your plane. What the Pleiadian pose this question for you to wonder in this. We the Pleiadians pose this question for you to wonder in this moment. Have you lost this innocence somewhere along the way? Right? Mother, father, healing. Right? Growing up as kids, our imagination, we're told stop. Right? You don't have no imaginary friend. Has human life hardened you to make you abandon this purity? And this is why we need this mother, father healing. Because once we release the things that are not ours, once we release the people, places, things, emotions, entities, beings that are not ours, that are not here for our greatest and highest good, we can start tapping into that higher self and going back to innocence, going back to being pure, and realizing that because we have our innocence, because we hold on to that childlike heart that was born open to receive, to that mind of a child that was born open to receive knowledge, to develop further. Okay? That which is likened to itself is drawn. And in order for you to call things into your life, you must do it from a state of pureness. You cannot sit in a state of bias. You cannot sit in a state of anger and greed and hate and expect pureness to come in. That which is likened unto itself is drawn. If you want love, you vibrate love. But if you're a jealous person, you're vibrating jealousy, and your relationships will be plagued with that. So for me, an exercise that I do is when an emotion, when an energy comes upon me that is not mine, that is negative, that is low vibrational, I capture it in my fist and I set my hands ablaze. And I see fire radiating from my closed fists. And when I have obliterated that thought where it goes away, I open my palms and I release that energy to the ethers. I transmute that energy. And that's what the reading is calling upon you to do. They're calling upon you to transmute the energy right now. They're giving me a thumbs up and they're saying yes. Right? So if it means going to the ocean, going to the lake, going to the river, and sitting in that water, basking in that sun, and just being one with nature, transmute that energy. Let it wash over you. Let it wash off of you. All right, Spirit. Oh. Can I get one card to sum this up? One card to sum this up from the Star Temple Oracle. One card to... And you know what I'm getting just by looking at the third eye energy too? I feel like you got work, like there's a tiredness. Right, there's a tiredness that, like, you know, you get out the sun and all of a sudden you're hit with a wave of tiredness. And that tiredness is truly not like you're not tired. What I'm getting from that is you're deeply connected and attuned to spirit, particularly galactic messages that are coming in. And because you are, you're in the in-between is what I'm seeing here with this third eye, like being in the in-between. All right, Divine Mother, Father God, just one card. One card from the Star Temple Oracles. When I got this deck, I didn't realize it, you know, focused on the seven sisters, the Palladian, right? The seven sisters. And then I got the Palladian Oracle and I was like, oh, okay. Understood. So sometimes energetically we have to perfect. Energetically we have to we connect differently, but the information that we bring together, right, it's important. So you may buy it's like what I'm getting is you might buy a book that talks about cats, and then all of a sudden the next day you go to the zoo and you're looking at big cats, right? That's the synchronicities that they're showing me, because you've called in the energy of cats. You bought this book, you're looking at the different cats, and all of a sudden the opportunity comes for you to go to a zoo, and this particular zoo has big cats there. So the final card I pulled, guys, is Electra, the Awakener. And it says, rise out of the ashes, I rise like the golden sun. This is what we were talking about. The Awakener, rise up out of the ashes, I rise like the golden sun. You are being called to awaken the masses. You are being called to guide this collective. You're being called to electrify the collective. As the Awakener, Electra appears to those who have been on a slippery slope of self-sabotage only to awaken. Rise out of the ashes and soar into the stars and ascend like the golden sun. The universe of life has taught you a lot. You may have even hit rock bottom, but your soul's growth has been accelerated due to the hard-hitting knocks and tough life lessons you have experienced in the past. Surrender any regret with self-compassion and know that you are back on your higher, happier, and golden pathway. Stronger and wiser, you soldier on with confidence. Listen here, spiritual gangsta, spiritual warrior, spiritual soldier. Your star ancestors, your star family is saying you are about to be activated. That's what Alcian and Mayaya came to us and told us. You are about to be activated. And grounding yourself, because water can ground. It's a natural element. Grounding yourself, opening yourself up to meditation, reawakening your imaginative capabilities, healing yourself, seeing things from different perspectives, and enabling yourself to grow. Okay? Knock me down 5 times, I get up 10. Because we were built to never stop growing. We were built to always continue moving forward. And as a empath and a star seed myself, I recognize this energy, because it's like you get hit hard. You get hit very, very hard. And it takes fight, it takes grit, it takes muscle to get up and move forward. And every time you do, it's another lesson. And you take these lessons and you spread it amongst the collective. You spread it far and wide. You're charismatic. Use that charisma. Be of service to others. Use that charisma. Use your voice. Right? While tapping into the spiritual aspect of your third eye, opening it up so you can see all that you need to see. But you are being activated, collective. They just said something and it's not even in a language I understand, so I'm not even going to try to identify it, but okay, we love you. I just heard we love you. We love you too. Alright guys, this has been your reading. Thank you for joining me. Asheo.